When silence matures, something new is born. Not a sound, not a word, but a vibration, a luminous hum inside awareness itself. This is the moment when silence begins to listen to its own echo, and that listening is light. Joel Goldsmith once said, "When the mind is still, spirit begins to hear itself." This is that hearing, the light that listens within. After realization, many believe there is nothing more to discover. But awakening isn't an ending, it's a doorway. When I am dissolves into pure stillness, awareness doesn't vanish, it radiates. It becomes the listener behind every heartbeat, the witness that knows even before thought forms. You begin to feel that life is listening through you. The wind moving through the trees, the pause between breaths, even another person's words. They all vibrate inside the same field of being. You no longer hear with your ears. You hear with your soul. Goldsmith described this as the inner ear of spirit. It doesn't translate sound, it receives revelation. When you are quiet enough, intuition replaces effort. You no longer decide, you know. It's as if eternity whispers directions, and your body simply moves accordingly. You speak words that heal without rehearsing them. You meet people by divine appointment. You act without acting. This is what he called the activity of grace. You are no longer the doer. You are the heard note in God's symphony. For lifetimes, the mind believed its thoughts were guidance, but now you realize thought is just noise around revelation. The mind asks, "What should I do?" The light replies, "Listen." You stop trying to plan reality, and reality begins to plan you. Your mornings unfold with an unseen rhythm. You open your book or phone at the exact page you need. You speak truth without agenda. And in that effortless listening, presence starts shaping your outer life the way silence shaped your inner one. This new awareness doesn't just hear. It feels. It hears emotion before words, pain before confession, love before touch. You start sensing what others truly mean, not what they say. A coworker's frustration becomes a silent cry for understanding. A stranger's smile carries the weight of unseen prayers. Your heart becomes an instrument tuned to the frequency of compassion. Joel called this spiritual sensitivity. It's not weakness. It's hearing God in every human voice. When the light listens long enough, it begins to move. Listening turns into response without reaction. A gentle wisdom starts acting through you. You write, create, heal, not to prove, but to express. This is spirit creating through stillness. Artists feel it as inspiration. Healers feel it as guidance. Leaders feel it as effortless timing. Everything that flows from you now bears the signature of grace. Calm, certain, alive. You have become what Goldsmith called the transparency of God. In this light, ordinary moments shimmer. Making tea becomes meditation. Driving becomes prayer. Listening to another becomes communion. You stop separating sacred and secular. Everything is God in disguise. Even silence is no longer absence, it's presence listening to itself. In mystical vision, there are two movements, the eye that sees and the ear that hears. When they merge, perception becomes wholeness. You see light and hear its intention. You hear silence and see its radiance. The two merge into one awareness, the mind of Christ. Goldsmith said, "When seeing and hearing become one, the kingdom is realized. That kingdom is not far away. It is this very awareness listening to these words. Now the journey becomes circular. Silence gave birth to light. Light became listening. Listening became love. Love became creation, and creation leads back to silence again. You realize life has always been listening to itself. Every leaf, every ocean wave, every breath, all part of the same conversation of the divine. The universe is not speaking to you. It's speaking as you. Now nothing is personal. You live quietly. Yet your presence transforms rooms. You walk into chaos, and peace appears. You enter sorrow, and healing begins. Not because you plan to fix anything, but because presence cannot help but harmonize what it touches. You have become the listening field through which God knows the world. There is no higher calling. Eventually, words fall away again. There is only a steady hum of being, the sound of creation breathing. You may notice tears, not of sadness, but of recognition. You have remembered what you never forgot. The light that listens within is the beginning and the end. It was the whisper that called you to awaken, the silence that answered, and the presence that remains. And now it listens again, through your voice, through your eyes, through your stillness. When you stop speaking to God and begin living as the listening of God, the world becomes holy sound. Subscribe to Legacy Igniter and let the light that listens within continue to awaken through you.